And finally, desperation most times is a mother of extraordinary actions. Now, the desperate need to tackle rising insecurity in Zamfara state has prompted the state governor, Bello Matawali, to call on citizens to get arms and protect themselves. Following the call, the state commissioner of police, Ayuba Elkan, stated that the police have stopped giving licenses to citizens who wish to bear arms. Elkan said ban on firearms is still on despite the new directive by Governor Matawali. So we are back to square one. Matawali is the chief security officer,
On paper.
Matawali
On paper.
of Zamfara State, and Governor Matawali should know that it's under the exclusive right of the federal government, of even a constitutional directive that the security of lives and property shall be the responsibility of the government. Now, a lot of people will say, because of the desperate situation they found themselves, that look, people should not cede their security to government since government has failed. That's what Matawali is trying to say, that guys, if you wait for this government, look, you might not be helping yourself. That do something yourself. And he directed the commissioner of police to start licensing firearms.
You see, when I try to review the situation in Zamfara, join it with what we are having in Kaduna, Benue, and other places, and the response we've got from the leadership, believe me, it is just a manifestation of the kind of leadership Nigerians, have been subjected to. Poor leadership. Because number one, Matawali himself has passed a vote of no confidence in his own leadership. That we have failed. It's an admission that he, as governor of that state, has failed. Because the very first responsibility of any government is security and welfare of the people. You have not been able to guarantee security. And in this climate, when our politicians love the halo of office far above the responsibilities that the office carries, they can never resign. By what that statement, maybe in his more, organized climate, people will call people will call for his resignation. But he didn't do that. Now he knows, because he should know, that there is a ban on firearms license. He should know. But he's giving directive that his government will even help the citizens, which, instead of throwing our hopes in helplessness, we need to do more, because the solution is putting on the table is a direct invitation to anarchy, lawlessness. Already there's lawlessness in the state. There is total breakdown of law and order, but making it worse shouldn't be the job of a chief executive officer of a state. So you call him the chief security officer. Okay. I said that's on paper. Because if he had appointed the commissioner of police, maybe they would have discussed this in private, and the man would have done. So now, if it's truly what you call him, the commissioner of police will not have, they know it's not possible. You get my point? But I align totally with the commissioner of police. I will never support an invitation to, anarchy. Just like, but it's not only in Zamfara. We've seen cases like that in Katsina that the governor is coming out openly.
Yes. Telling people that you have
You've seen the situation like that in Benue. I think, I don't know whether Kaduna. So when you look at some of these places, it's all a manifestation of what you call minimal governance or minimal leadership or absolute incompetence that is happening in the leadership space here. And over the years, people are dying like fowls, and we have not been able to stop it. And some of our governors, I think they are able to bear it anymore too. And I say, okay, let's quickly resort to anarchy. This is unacceptable.
What do you make of this, Sam?
Very troubling. So first, we can tie all this to failure of our national security architecture. Two, have we not on this forum repeatedly said that even if you don't describe Nigeria as a failed state, that some of its federating units can indeed qualify as failed states? Zamfara is a clear example. There's nowhere in the world that a governor wakes up and issues this kind of directive, and then you assume that all is well. Zamfara is in deep crisis. There are certain words I don't want to use here. And it wouldn't be the first time that a leader in that category is asking that citizens should take up arms. Across most parts of the north. Some time ago, we had a one-time retired Army General, T.Y. Danjuma, ask people to take up arms. In Borno, the governor has repeatedly said, look, we can't deal with this alone. We need intervention and all that. But when I speak about failure of our national security architecture, I just want us to remind ourselves of the several calls that have been made for state police. Because that's what Matawele is basically asking for. It's like saying, if I have the authority, if I have the means, I'm going to set up a counter force. That's what he's saying. But here we are pretending. We are playing the ostrich. Now the commissioner says, look, you cannot do this because the law doesn't permit you to do that. And then the citizens are left vulnerable. The last time I checked, in the same Zamfara, there was a report that in Guzau local government, Mada in particular, that in Guzau local government, there had been 4 attacks in 1 week.
It's every day.
In 1 week. And the citizens are on the run. So we sit down here and then just leave off images of what we see. The people on ground are suffering. People are being displaced. All over most parts of the north, you have internally displaced persons. And the government pretends that all is well, and the best that we can do is to rely on the current architecture that puts all powers in the hands of Mr. President.
Okay, we seem to have a lot of our viewers calling in from the United Kingdom today.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Taiwo calling from London. Can you hear me?
Yes, I will.
Oh, okay. All right.
Please go ahead.
I mean, the Nigerian politicians, they always have a sense of entitlement. Like, once they get into power, they believe it's if I can, use that phrase, a Yoruba thing that says, it is your entitlement. Because when we do not participate in an election, and then you believe what you failed where you went, you can come back and take your old position. So I really appreciate, I can't say I appreciate them yet, INEC, for not including the name of maybe their names or one of their names. Kudos to them. And also talking about Mr. Matawale, the man is in a desperate position. And what do we expect him to do when the president asks Nigerians to go and pray?
Thank you, Taiwo. I was struggling to catch up with what Taiwo said, but then I had this that some Nigerians having this kind of sense of entitlement.
No, was talking about the Akpabio and all that.
Yes.
Reacting to it.
Yes, and reaching home stretch, there was a time it was on the news that Matawale actually bought SUVs for traditional rulers across Zamfara, very beautiful
At the time, the
SUVs
play
and
was-
everything. And a lot of people felt that he would have just, bought, help the security agencies, to get backup vehicles and the things that will help security in that state, not fine SUVs when there's insecurity across your state.
We talked about poor leadership. You get my point? And it's so sad that it's even not part of the opposition party, so we cannot condemn him for politicizing an important issue. It's part of the ruling party. And when you look at what is really happening in his state, I know Zamfara very well. I have been there many times, and I know many of the villages from Anka to this to that. So I now imagine today, sometimes when I see reports that villages that I will go and mingle with the locals, and I will feel safe, I will feel free in the doors, in the forest, in everything. Now they have become no-go areas. People are getting killed every day. They are kidnapping people. They are doing all sorts of criminalities. And the state government is unable to do anything because the competency is also part of the problem. At the time, the state was really, what was the state government doing? Indulging in self-aggrandizement.
I want to thank you, Sam Bimere. Thank you for your contribution.
My pleasure,
today.
Zayo.
And Kuneshi Adekunle Yusuf.
Thank you. I'm always glad to be here.
And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11. Join us every Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Ozubakun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.